Hi, everyone. An interesting question about experience and the center of experience. Hi, Claire. I've been doing some exercises around the headless way, which involves noticing that there isn't really a person looking out at experience. There is just an expansive nothingness. Through the exercises, I, inverted commas, have seen this, but the nagging question keeps coming back. How can it be true that there isn't a center to experience when what I experience is also unique to this body, these eyeballs, etc.? If I were blind or deaf, I would experience the world entirely differently. Does this not imply that there is an experiencer with unique qualities which then informs their experience? How can this be reconciled with the idea that there is only pure awareness or experience? It's a big question, this. So if the question alone makes your head explode, leave this bit for now. But if you're intrigued, then let's hang out and see what we see. Because so the question is there a center to experience? That's what we're looking at. And it certainly looks like it, doesn't it? And as the listener says, if I were deaf or blind, or if I were a cat, I would be having a completely different experience. And yeah, but the question is, what is having that experience, and where is the experience taking place? And it seems to me that a sort of underlooked, unrecognized for their importance, really, way into this are the experiments with the phantom limb. And these are the experiments where there's a participant who sits at a table. One hand is out in front of them and the other hand is hidden behind a screen. And then there's a phantom limb that is covered with a cloth. So the upper part of it is covered with a cloth. So it looks as though it could belong to the participant's body. And the behind this, so the actual other hand of the participant is behind the screen, and the experimenter starts to touch both the phantom hand and the participant's real hand behind the screen with a feather, or stroking, touching the hand. And so the participant is seeing the experimenter touch this phantom hand and is feeling that touch on their real hand. And what is so fast, like, it's mind-blowingly fascinating, these experiments, because the participant starts to genuinely feel touches in the phantom hand. So the experimenter might then sort of stroke an ice cube down the phantom hand, or bring a flame near. Sorry about the noise, it's my cat trying to get out of the cat flap. The experimenter might bring heat or cold to the phantom hand without even bringing it to the real hand, and the participant will feel the ice, will feel the heat of the flame. From a phantom hand, there has been an identification happening through one sense, in this case visual sense, that completely fools the system into experiencing that touch on a piece of thing, a bit of plastic, a bit of rubber that has no link in whatsoever with the body. And it seems to me that this is opening up the possibility of a mind, a belief system wired for identification, that starts to, through belief, through association, through experience, starts to collect, in a way, pieces of itself that it then feels as though they are real and all connected into this system. And really, so if it's happening for a phantom limb, it's happening for the whole body. It's happening for all emotions. It's happening for all visual, all auditory, all tactile senses. It's so fascinating, this, and it leads us to the possibility that the only center to experience is a belief center, is an identification center. And it's almost like it's on the edges of impossibility for the mind to recognize. But it's a logical progression from a phantom hand that starts to be accepted as part of this perceptual system, this sensory system, when it absolutely isn't. And so that's how I think we can understand this, is that other than that identification system, other than that sort of appropriation system that is gathering identified elements of what I am and amassing the sensory data that's coming in from that, other than that, there is only empty awareness. There is only an expansive space. And it just doesn't look like it in our experience, because our experience is identified in. There's a me at the center of all experience, and there's a me, and this me is the doer, the chooser, the controller. So it moves way beyond the having of sensory data and into the control of it, into the analysis of it, the judgment of it, the assessment of what this means for this me, which is the center of all experience. So it's breathtaking, really, where that can lead us, and where it can lead us in all directions, in medicine, in science, in health, in productivity, in personality, in everything. The fundamental belief in ourselves as a separate entity, defined by these sensations, defined by these apparent physical structures, is really up for grabs. Yeah. So that's a deep one for us there. Don't worry if that makes you think, what the hell is she talking about? But yeah, thank you for that question. Brilliant. So much more for us in that we can look at. Yeah, thank you. Bye.